All right, we are finally live and we are back. Sorry, guys, it took us about almost it feels like a month since episode one. That's because I've been taking my precious time of trying to, include some other people with the same passion as me in the group chat. And today we have a new member, Gabriel. How are you, man? How are you doing?
I am great. I'm great.
Listen, man, let me tell you, I'm glad that you, of all people, was able to get this like to happen because if it wasn't for you, this pod would actually be postponed again because no one's responding. It's a pretty much inactive group chat for now, but I'm hoping this will be the start of a consistent schedule for us and for more people to join in because man, let me tell you, this week James Gunn dropped us a teaser bomb of one of the highly anticipated films for next year. Tell me what it's called, man.
Superman. Yep, new Superman.
Yes, sir. The new DC Superman under James Gunn's reboot, starring none other than David Corenswet as our new Clark Kent, and we have Rachel Brosnahan as our Lois Lane. And give me 1 second, let me play the trailer for us. Share screen. Okay. Let me tell you, man. I mean, can you see us?
Oh yeah, I can see it perfectly.
All right, perfect. Let me make this lower. And let me just tell you, everything about this trailer. 1 second, let me actually put it on mute because it's mostly music. Everything about this trailer, it does scream James Gunn, and
Yeah,
it does scream just literally going to the galaxy because the camera movements, everything,
yeah,
the coloring, everything about this trailer, again, it's as if you're watching literally a James Gunn film.
yeah, yeah. I definitely see that. Definitely, especially every single the color grading, the shots that are taken, especially throughout the whole entire the Daily Planet shot as well. Like I definitely see that a lot, and yeah, it definitely just screams James Gunn, and that's what I kind of like about it because we're finally getting something a lot more different and a whole new different perception on who Superman is and all kind of stuff. And it's a new director as well too, James Gunn, the same person that gave us Guardians of the Galaxy, gave us Blue Beetle, and not the Justice League, the Suicide Squad movie.
Mhm.
And so yeah, this whole entire movie it does just scream James Gunn. It just screams a whole different perspective on Superman.
And I gotta say, out of the whole trailer, I do believe this moment right here, this moment right here has to be my favorite part of the whole trailer. Forget
Yes,
forget Hawk Girl, forget Terrific, forget that freaking Green Lantern Guy Gardner
Guy
haircut guy.
Gardner.
Oh my
Now,
god, forget those characters.
Crypto is probably the big highlight throughout this whole entire trailer because never once in my life I get to see Crypto the super dog in live action. And here he is now, just a cute little dog, man, with a little cape and everything, just saving his owner's Superman. From it looks like he got busted down from a big fight. So like, yeah, dude, it's just crazy to see Crypto the dog making his live action debut.
And I gotta say that that dog does make it more emotional for me because my former dog, the former dog I actually had, does remind me a lot of Crypto. Same color, very similar breed, and so I know this will make my family more emotional because of the kind of breed this dog is. The same color and everything. This right here, 1 second, this part of the trailer right here kind of pissed me off. Hold on. It's slow motion, but wait for it. Right here, this part kind of pissed me off. The angle, the boots, the whole. I'm not sure how to explain this, but there are parts of this trailer that makes me less hyped for this movie as I was before. This part was great. This part was nice. A
Oh yeah, I
kid,
love this part.
a kid calling Superman. This part just there are moments here that do tell me 1 second this part his haircut on Guy Gardner. DC is definitely giving me a huge bag just for that itself. I'm pretty sure.
I think we
because
found the main villain throughout the whole entire movie. It's Guy Gardner's barber, bro. Like, bro, I would never let my barber
I
have a
mean,
haircut, give me a haircut like that, bro. That's just crazy.
I mean
But
this
I
like
know
is
that's how he looks like in the comics, though. That's what
who,
I know.
who is what they have to understand is who is this. One second, who is this guy? I never understood. Like, who is this?
Uh, I'm not that much of a DC person, so I have no idea whatsoever.
Right,
I
me
think some
neither.
people, I think some people will tell us, but I actually have no idea. But I know he's, I think he's a member of the. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember because I know Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl. They're pretty much they're they're in a team, but I forgot
Right, I remember. Yeah, obviously, I'm not like a DC buff like everyone else out there.
yeah,
I'm
I'm a
just here
Marvel
to.
fan, man. I'm a Marvel fan.
I'm a whole pop culture fan, so Marvel, DC, and everything else in general, you know. But this is the best haircut we have. This one right here, the bald ass head for Nicholas Holt. I'd rather have this than the Guy Gardner haircut.
He
I'm not
just
gonna
looks
lie.
like an international hater, and I like it.
He does, and I I get Nicholas Holt is a very incredible actor. I love him as Beast in X Men, but I hearing him getting cast as Lex Luthor, I was not a fan. I'm not a fan of this casting, and I don't know. I hope he could prove me wrong, but
Yeah,
this as a personal casting for Lex Luthor, I'm personally not a fan of Nicholas Holt. There's obviously no hate to him. Just I don't know. I hope he changes my mind. That's all I gotta say.
yeah. This is the type of thing when it comes to castings like this is that people are quick to pretty much doubt and judge. But once we go actually watch the movie itself, it actually could surprise us that we don't even know. Like for example, there's one particular movie that I was very skeptical about,
Yeah.
and this year actually, it was mainly the casting for Transformers One, and
Really?
we got Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime. Like that was we you like if you're a Transformers fan, you pretty much grew up with the original voice actor who does Optimus Prime, and you're
Right.
kind of skeptical on the whole entire project. I was skeptical throughout the whole entire project as well. A lot of people were, especially that it was animated as well. That was the other thing. But a lot of people were giving it a lot of crazy shit about it. But once people went to go watch the actual movie itself, people praised this movie. And now I'm thinking when it comes to this, people may dislike the casting as well for sure. But if we do end up watching this movie and this movie ends up being a really great movie, at the end of the day, maybe a lot of people actually might praise the casting and how well they did. So, like, I have a feeling that it could drive into the exact same effect. I'm not too sure.
Let me just tell you, I just hope I go into this movie and I'm not like remembering moments of this film right here, Guardians of the Galaxy. They put a Marvel promo title on a DC teaser trailer. How crazy is that? I mean, yes, we get it. It's James Gunn who made this trilogy, but they're still kind of promoting a Marvel film for a DC teaser. That to me is
That
hilarious
is
for
true.
some
That is
reason.
true. I was like, huh, okay, that's cool, but why'd you have to put that in a DC film? But I'm like, okay, whatever.
For real. But
I,
anyways, as you mentioned
I
before
think
about
I
trans,
think he's just promoting himself. Like this is the guy that
yeah,
made this trilogy, and now he's about to make this movie. So like, I don't think he's not really just promoting Guardians of the Galaxy. I think he's just promoting himself. On like,
right.
hey, by the way, this movie, yeah, I'm directing this movie, and I made these movies in the past. So make sure. Um, so this is like, hey, this is what I'm going to be
Hmm.
delivering. So there you go.
I mean, just thinking back about the things James Gunn has created, could he not put director of maybe Peacemaker or Suicide Squad? That's under DC, isn't it? But
Yes.
he picks he picks I guess films. That's fine, but the fact that it's Marvel just makes it hilarious to me. He could have put Peacemaker, which, in my opinion, is one of my favorite series ever for DC. I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch Creature Commandos very soon as well, and if I
Oh,
get the chance. But he has two other options for DC, but he puts a Marvel title, which is just funny. But anyways, as I mentioned before about Transformers, just a quick thing. This year when I went to the CinemaCon in Vegas back in April, they did show a small 3D exclusive clip in the movie. I wasn't looking forward to this movie at all because again, it's cartoon, it's animation, Transformers. Because I was growing up with the live action Shia LaBeouf, Mark Wahlberg's. I was growing up with those films, and I couldn't figure out how an animated Transformers film would work at all. But I went to the screening in Miami for this, and I had to admit, obviously, yes, there's a bunch of kids in the theater. I had to like drown the noise out.
Yeah.
But this movie, the animation, I didn't even realize how much like 3D like they are, even without the glasses. This movie itself, the animation style, it really is special and unique. And this movie itself, but it's my last promo for the movie. This movie itself is special because when I did a film review for this movie, this PR agency reached out to me, and I got my quote from my article on TV as part of the trailer promo, and I got that on camera too. So that's one of the best things that happened to me this year from that movie promo. So that to me is the reason why this movie is extra special. Also, just want to say that out there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but anyways, I hope this film proves me wrong. I do have this film at number one for next year's whole list of films I'm looking forward to. It is number one because
Mhm.
it's very highly anticipated. This kid is an icon. Superman's a freaking icon.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely. Not just an icon, but a whole entire superhero icon as well.
yes,
Like he's the
everyone. Yeah, no, continue. So basically, I mean, everyone grew up, especially if you're like a comic book fan. Everyone grew up like just creating red capes out of like blankets or towels or you name it,
yeah.
just to pretend to be Superman because he gives people hope.
Hmm.
He is that kind of guy. He's him. That's all I gotta say. He's him,
Yeah. He's
and
that guy. He is that guy.
yeah, and I just hope David Cornsweet can prove to me that he's the future of DC.
Yeah, definitely.
I
I
mean,
see that.
his initials is literally DC, David Cornsweet. That's even special.
I didn't see that until now.
Yeah. But anyways, any last words on this incredible trailer that broke records and viewers also?
Yeah, the one scene that really caught my eye the most is probably the scene where the kid is lifting up the Superman flag
Mm-hmm.
shot. I gotta be honest, that particular shot alone, yeah, no, that hit me well, like really, really well,
I
because
just found it here.
not only it just shows a kid that is in trouble, but he's also calling for Superman to come and help. Like he's praying, calling for Superman to like help out his town because I'm guessing that this kid just wants peace in his town or his country. And this is what I like about Superman because he's supposed to be this bright icon that people are supposed to look up to. Hence, example, this kid, for example, he must look up to Superman, and he prays to Superman to make sure to make his world a better place and all kind of stuff. Like I like that. I like how James Gunn is giving us that kind of tone, especially when it comes to this trailer. And yeah, man, I just really like the fact that he's actually they're starting to show us what Superman's supposed to be, and I like that.
Yeah, and again, I know it's James Gunn directing this, and again, it's very obvious that there are shades of camera work for Guardians of the Galaxy or everything he's directed. But looking at this teaser, watching it like 10 times, and watching other people's reactions, this makes me realize how much I miss Zack Snyder. I miss him. I love his work for Man of Steel. I love his work for the Netflix films, The Rebel Moon. I miss him and Henry Cavill. They had a special connection, and I don't know. I just hope Zack Snyder returns in some form of way from Marvel or DC, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, this teaser just showed me how much I miss him, how much we took him for granted.
Yeah, no, when it comes to me, look, I'm a huge fan of Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill as Superman. Like, I grew up with him. I thought he was my Superman. But when it comes to that, I feel like a lot of people are starting to hate on this Superman even though the movie hasn't came out yet,
I know.
which is pretty much my biggest gripe when it comes to the fandom, when it comes to DC and Marvel fans. Marvel fans do that, and trust me, I know. But there has to be a time where we have to let shit go, like, and this is definitely one of them. I'm not saying that David Cornsweet's the best Superman, because how am I
Right.
supposed to know that? The movie hasn't came out yet. And I'm not saying that Henry Cavill's the best Superman. He was a great Superman, just not the best. But no, I just feel like people are pretty much how do I put this? I feel like people are damn, how do I put this without like disrespecting anyone?
It's okay. It's okay.
Because like I don't want to disrespect anyone. Like it's your opinion, and I respect your opinion because I grew up with Henry Cavill as Superman. I thought he was my Superman icon. Like I literally have a freaking shirt of Henry Cavill's Superman suit. So like
Mm-hmm.
all right, I don't know what that will prove, but hey, I'm just saying. But I feel like people should not hate on this character too soon, especially the actor and the director and the movie in general. I feel like they should not just hate on this too soon, because who knows? And I mean, people are going to complain no matter what, but these are still going to be the exact same complainers that are pretty much still going to buy tickets to go watch the movie itself.
Me too. Yeah.
And they're probably going to praise it as well. So at the same time, what I'm mostly trying to say is that people should not judge too quickly. Like, hey, am I skeptical about it? Yeah, I am. But I'm still excited, but I'm still keeping my expectations to a minimum, because I do get what other people are saying. Yeah, this is James Gunn's first official film in the new DC universe. This is a brand new take on the character. So, like, we have no idea if this movie is going to be good or it's going to be a little bit bad. We're not too sure. But people have to be willing to give this whole entire movie a chance, especially when it comes to one of the best superhero icons that people look up to. And I can see people's whole entire perspective and frustration when it comes to this whole entire situation. But I just feel like people should just take a breather and just enjoy the movie. That's just about it.
Do it's even funnier. So David Cornsweet and Nicholas Hoult, they remind me of the story between Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston. You know why? Because Nicholas Hoult was a finalist for Superman, and he became the villain. And now you have Tom Hiddleston, who auditioned for Thor, and he became ultimately like some sort of like villain or anti-hero, whatever you would call him, whatever. He became Loki, and Hemsworth became the protagonist in Thor. So this,
Yeah.
to me, it has some sort of similar ties to that, which just makes me laugh. But anyways, yeah, I mean, Nicholas Hoult, I hope he could prove me wrong as a Lex Luthor. David Cornsweet, I think, has some pressure on his shoulders, playing such an iconic character after Henry Cavill.
Not just
And
Cornsweet as well. It's also James Gunn as well too.
of course, yes, especially James Gunn.
His new universe. This is his rebooted universe. So like, there's a lot of pressure, but I have a feeling this movie actually may be good. I actually have a big feeling.
It better, because no matter how much shit this movie gets, I just know that I will try to save my money, and I will try to fly to LA, where a good friend of mine, Soups Matt Ramos, he hosted this year a Deadpool Wolverine screening where I actually made it for, because I went to Comic-Con in San Diego. So I will do my best to fly to LA to hang out with him again and see Superman, while staying in that state for Comic-Con that same month. So no matter how much shit this movie gets, I will do my best to still fly across the country for this thing.
Yeah, I for sure want to spend at least one evening with this guy Soups, Matt Ramos, because just his energy alone, like I need to ask him a question about how does he keep that energy, because that's just insane, dude. And I'm happy with the guy as well too. Like this man, he pretty much made his whole entire dream come true. Like he got to meet the cast for this new Superman movie. And like when it comes to him, like Superman is his icon, and just seeing that, I'm like, I'm happy for that guy, dude. Like hopefully one day I get to like have a freaking drink with him or something like that. It's like, hey bro, you're doing amazing, man. Keep it up, man. Like holy shit. I know Like I know a lot of people give him shit, but at the end of the day, you can't really do anything about it because this man, he's living the dream, man. You can't really go wrong with him. You can't.
Yep, and he's showing me why. Like, I'm not trying to, follow his path or stalk him anyway, but he's showing me why moving to LA by yourself is sometimes achievable. As long as you follow your dreams, as long as you
Yeah.
yeah, as long as you follow your dreams, and as long as you know the environment that surrounds you in the place that you're living, and you want to succeed, you're set. And
Yeah.
I personally grew up well during my college years. There's him. There is Brett or Lambert, who's the whole his whole like individual who I try to idol after, or he inspires me in some ways. There's multiple guys out there who I tried to follow paths from, especially Brandon Davis, who
Oh yeah.
was formerly comicbook.com. Those guys themselves, they are literally the reason why I do what I do as far as this
Yeah.
TikTok, social media, movies. Like, I'm trying to reach those movie premieres and everything. But
Yeah.
that's a whole different topic for a whole different day. This is about Superman, where I hope he proves us wrong. I hope this movie is great, and I just hope James Gunn shows us that he is him.
Yeah. And hopefully sooner or later, if this movie does do well, I could just see the amount of potential that what kind of stories he will be giving,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to the Superman character, because there is a lot of story, especially when it comes.
Exactly. And I'm not sure about you, but I'm looking forward more to watching Hot Girl because I love the actress. That's just me. That's just me. I'm a big fan of her, especially from Alien Romulus,
Oh
Transformers. I'm a big fan of her. But yeah, there's that, and it's almost here. I mean, believe me, July will be here in a snap.
yeah, man, that's crazy.
All right, let's just do a small. I still gotta learn how to transition with ease, but now we're gonna go over something that I actually got the chance to see this week twice. I saw. Let me put it up real quick. Share screen. It's probably obvious already as well. All right,
Yeah, I think I
so
know this movie. Yes.
this week I had the extreme pleasure, thanks to Pop Culture Pros. The reason why I attend these screenings in the first place as press as well. Pop Culture Pros lets me see any movie that's in Miami, whether it's Sunset Place, Aventura, Dania, you name it. And this week I got a chance, I believe Tuesday, yes, Tuesday at Silver Spot in downtown Miami to watch Sonic 3. And let me tell you, this movie I would highly recommend
Yes.
only if you've played the games, especially the games first, because I came with this movie I'm actually, before this movie, I saw Sonic 1 and 2 back to back again without playing the games. So I came to this movie not knowing what to expect, unlike those who played the game. And Shadow is clearly, for many reasons, my standout. Him and man, let me tell you, this opening scene, well, this scene from the movie,
Oh yeah.
whew, I got the goosebumps. The coloring, the
Yes.
Reddit, I can't I have no words. I was speechless during the opening scene of the movie, and I have to admit, the things that bothered me the most personally, as a film critic who hasn't played the games at all, Jim Carrey. He
Oh
has played. He is obviously Doctor Robotnik, Doctor Eggman. Call him whatever you want. He went from playing single to double. He
oh
played
yeah.
two roles for the same pay, which he mentioned, twice the work. He is also a standout for many reasons. He's a child in a man's body. That's literally how I can explain it to you. And the thing that bothered me though about Jim Carrey was that there was too much forced humor. I know it's a kids
Oh
movie. I
yeah.
know it's a kids movie, but this there was too much forced humor. Too much. There was a couple of scenes that to me seemed unnecessary that dragged the film. But
Yeah, I get
thank
that.
yeah, but thank God for Shadow. Thank God for you know everything else, the CGI, the effects.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There
No,
was yeah.
yeah, I got the chance to go to the world premiere in LA to go watch this movie, and
Okay.
I was really excited because for me personally, Shadow, he's one of my most personal favorite like characters, especially when it comes to the Sonic franchise. Like I remember I played a couple of the games a little bit. I remember for sure playing Sonic Adventure 2, which the main person that made that game also pretty much helped make this movie. So yeah, there's a
Oh
lot of
wow.
references here and there, especially when it comes to this movie. But no, when I saw this movie, I watched every single game. I mean, not I watched every single movie. The first
Right.
one, second one, the Knuckles series. I played a couple of the games a little bit, and just rewatching some of Shadow's backstory because Shadow's backstory is
Yeah.
the most biggest things throughout the whole
Mm-hmm.
entire movie. And I'm not trying to spoil anything, but I'm just gonna say, if you are a true Sonic fan, you're gonna love this movie. You really are gonna love this movie. It's a love letter to all you Sonic fans, especially if you play the games and you're a true fan of not just the Sonic characters, but with Shadow, because Shadow, he probably for me has to be the MVP throughout this whole entire movie, like hands down for me. And none of that character would have been possible, especially without the amount of crazy work that Keanu Reeves has done to this character. Like his
Yes.
acting as this character is pretty damn insane. Like I did not expect Keanu Reeves to play as this character. I'm glad he did because his performances in this was actually pretty damn great. And now I can't stop talking about this movie. I really just can't.
Man, yes, as you said, Keanu Reeves, again, he was the most unexpected voice actor for his character. And this voice worked only because he gave this character depth and and it was very easy to hear in his voice as a character that
Yeah.
he did seem like lost in the world. And
Mhm.
it, again, it's been like 50 years since he's been a slave. It's been 50 years. The world has
Yeah.
changed, and his voice just matched the way his body control, his facial expressions,
Yeah.
seeing Shadow trying to figure out what has changed in this world and just trying to get revenge about the girl you see in the trailer.
Maria.
Just
Yeah.
he made it work, and I was
Oh
very
yeah.
happy that it was him.
I love that. I really do. Yeah, but when it comes to some of the critic sides to this movie, I do agree it has to do with some of the little tiny kid humor here and there that kind of slowed down the whole entire story a little bit. And it did have to deal with some of Jim Carrey's little skits here and there.
Hmm.
I love Jim Carrey. I think he did an amazing job as both the Robotniks. Like, you have to give the man credit. Like, he came out of retirement just to do this movie. Like, that's just
Hmm.
insane. But yeah, it has to do with some of the tiny little humor. It didn't bother me. I was laughing away when it comes to this movie. I was doing my very best to enjoy it. But yeah, it's just those tiny little kid humor that kind of just slows down the movie a little bit because Jim Carrey is just being Jim Carrey. But no, overall, it could be his final film, given to the ending, which I'm not gonna say. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's still a fun watch, especially if you want to bring your either like your cousins or all that kind of stuff. It's still gonna be a fun movie regardless. You have to also keep in mind this is still a kids film,
Right.
and yeah, like it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me at all. I love Jim Carrey. I do. And I'm actually happy that I actually got to see this at and on the big screen on Monday because I was laughing my heart out. I was acting like a little kid just watching this whole entire movie. Like it was just pretty much nostalgia for me and I enjoyed this movie.
Back on what you said about Jim Carrey, and there was, this movie was filled all throughout with different references from other movies,
Mhm.
and obviously, without spoiling anything, there was one reference about a certain comic book movie with a certain ring.
Yeah.
And that was to me the best joke of the whole movie. That was the best one ever. I was laughing. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
was
I could tell Jim Carrey had so much fun playing as both of these characters because he has a lot of crazy one-liners in this movie
mm-hmm.
that really just made me laugh so much. And it's just amazing just seeing Jim Carrey on the big screen again because like he never fails when it comes to like wanting to make you laugh. Like that's what I love about Jim Carrey. Like he
Which
just wants to make people laugh. Like I love that about him. He's awesome.
which reminds me, has he played in any serious toned movies or just hilarious like family movies like that? Because I
All I
don't
could
think
all I could think of for Jim Carrey is that all of the Jim Carrey movies I've seen were basically just comedy movies for me.
right.
Like my first movie was probably The Grinch. The second one was Dumb and Dumber.
The
There was a
Mask.
lot of movies. Ace Ventura.
Oh my god.
Like there's a lot of comedy movies. I remember seeing him in, but I don't recall seeing him in any serious tone movies.
Right, which is fine because Jim Carrey is who he is, and he fits in 100% perfectly to just comedy. And he
Yeah, I
and he
love
makes
it.
a living. He's a celebrity. He's an actor, and he's making it work.
Yeah, I love that about him. He's awesome.
And I believe those two Masks movies, and
Uh,
clearly the
yeah.
one he played in as the Mask was my favorite one
Yeah.
because
I think he said since he came out of retirement, he wants to do more sequels for original movies he's done, like The Mask, for example.
right.
But I'm like, nah, just keep it original, man. You did a good job in that movie anyways. Just keep it
Hmm.
original. Just keep doing what you got to do. Just like maybe I don't know, but like yeah, just keep it original. But it's still really good to see him. I love him.
Hmm. And back on what you said about him, not knowing or not sure if he's returning. If you guys have seen the post-credit scene, that right there may have teased a little bit of something. Both post-credit scenes are very important. One of them does tease a possible character return, and the second one does tease a possible new addition to the movie. And for those who's played the game, you probably know who I'm talking about. So yeah, both scenes were pretty important, and I'm looking forward to Sonic 4, which officially comes out in 2027. Also,
Yeah.
it was announced. When I'm 20 years old.
Yeah, I think I don't know how old I'll be for sure, but like, damn.
Man, I just can't believe how I'm gonna be almost 30 watching a Sonic movie. That's just
I think
hilarious.
I'm gonna be in my early 20s. That's for sure. I'm gonna be in my early 20s. I think
Man,
23. I think
good for
23
you. Good for you. Because
because I'm only
now,
19.
man, now I feel old as hell. Thank you. No, but on a real note, Sonic 3, 2, and 1, all three movies, they were
All three movies
better.
are good. All three movies are
Yeah,
good for sure.
yes. All three
But me
yeah.
personally, the third one has to be the best one throughout the whole entire trilogy for me
Mm.
personally.
And one more note before we move on, I have to mention that final act. There was two battles in the final act. One of them is a lot better based on CGI effects, the dialogue, the script, the emotion. One of the battles that's a huge standout. It will get you guys out of your seat like it did for me because I did not expect that, and that's the reason why I will see it again on Paramount Plus when it comes out.
Yeah,
Because man,
I'm just gonna
Supersonic, no words.
I'm just gonna say that whole entire third act got me jumping out of my seat. No spoilers, of course, if you have not seen the
Hmm.
movie. But all I can say is right now, if you're a true Sonic fan, you're going to lose your mind on that third act scene. Like no doubt whatsoever. Like no spoilers. I'm not gonna say anything about like the who's fighting who, all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna say that you are going to lose your mind because I for sure did.
Man, okay. That was Sonic 3, and I was going to actually also talk about Mufasa, but fortunately, I didn't get the chance to see that this week or this weekend, so that
I'm
will
not.
be up for a different
I'm not
episode.
gonna watch that. I'm not watching that.
Both films, Sonic 3 and Mufasa, didn't do like very, very well as we thought. Sonic 3 doing better than Mufasa,
Yeah,
but
what I heard.
Mufasa might be a streaming movie for me. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
I mean,
when it comes to the live action adaptations for Disney, I do not care. I really don't care. Like I lost my love for live action movies probably since the Lion King remake. I love Lion King, I
back in
do.
19,
Yeah, but they kind of ruined the Lion King for me. I still love Lion King, but they kind of ruined
right?
it for like, live action. But my favorite one is probably gonna have to go for Aladdin. I actually liked that movie a lot. Actually,
Okay. Which
I
one, the
really did.
cartoon or live action?
The live action one. I like both of them, the animation and live action, but I prefer the animation one better because it's
Of
a lot
course,
more.
of course.
It's a lot more original. Like it's what got you into Disney. Oh, well, it got me into Disney. So like,
Right.
yeah, I love the originals.
And this is a great tradition because Disney, Marvel, man, what if? Let me tell you, I saw both seasons, season one and two, and the reason why I love What If so freaking much is because as a cartoon show, they give you different possibilities that's
Yeah,
much easier to create than it is
yeah,
in live action. You
yes.
know?
I think that's the problem when it comes to these Disney films. They have no other ideas whatsoever. Like I can't even imagine the last time I've ever seen an animated film from Disney. Like all I've seen from then is probably just live action remakes and all kind of stuff. But yeah, when it comes to What If, yeah, when it comes to Marvel and they do animated stuff, they could do a lot of storytelling. They really can.
Right.
I remember I saw the first season. I enjoyed the first season a lot. And then I keep on hearing the second season was good, but a lot of people are saying they could have done more. Like they could have told different stories or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that, which I totally get because there are some storylines I have heard that I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they could have done something else, something that maybe that we could have not expected. But it's whatever. Like, am I excited for the third season? Probably, yeah. But I'm probably gonna have to watch the second season first.
The second season I watched twice actually. I watched, because on Twitter I get spoiled every day for different clips, so I gotta watch the episodes like at times, believe it or not, at 3 in the morning, or I watch it first thing in the morning with my phone turned off, and that way after each episode, because it's only half an hour long, I can then roam free on Twitter. But I know it's now season three. We have new additions. We have now Simu Liu, I believe. We have Captain
Yeah.
America. We have Agatha. We have now members of the Eternals. So I'm looking forward to
We
all
got
the
Moon Knight
different.
in there as well too. We got Moon Knight in there.
Yes. So now I'm looking forward to more of the possibilities that we can get with these new character additions as well.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely.
Because do you see this? Yes, you do. Because
Yeah.
look at these names. Like, what if episode one came out today? What if the Hulk fought the Mech Avengers? Like, Jesus Christ. What if
Uh,
Agatha went to Hollywood for episode two? Episode three is the Red Guardian. What if he stopped the Winter Soldier?
okay.
And the thing that I'm not a fan of is on Christmas, we get an episode about Howard the Duck. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like that kind of episode on a Christmas day. That's just
Oh
me.
yeah. I do feel like I mean, yeah, it's animated and all kind of stuff, but I don't really know. I mean, those are
Yeah.
the type of stories that I just don't really care for as much. But if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you
Right,
don't
of course.
like it. Whatever.
I'm not. I mean, I'm in general not a huge fan of just animated cartoon shows. Like, I never got a chance to watch Creature Commandos, and yet there was also another cartoon series that came out. I forget what it was called, either Marvel or DC, that's doing really well, but I have just no interest in it. I
Yeah.
really wish I remember what it was called, but I'll get back to that later. But episode five, that's an Eternals episode. What if the emergence destroy the Earth? And one thing that catches my eye, the last two episodes, what if the Watcher disappeared? And episode eight that comes out on the day I go on the cruise. What if? What if? Like, I have no idea what that episode's gonna be about, and that's the season finale, series finale of this amazing show. And we've seen episode one of What If for season one that had Captain Carter. She
Yeah.
came in live action, so who knows what we can get from these cartoon shows to come out in the future live action films now, which is even cooler.
Yeah. I hot take though, I do feel like they're kind of overtaking the Agent Carter character a bit too much though. For
Yes,
personally, because I'm starting to notice that a lot actually.
I can agree. I can definitely agree because I'm not sure how many times we can expect to see. 1 second, let me actually fix something. I'm not sure how
Which
many
no hate on
times.
the character. No hate on the character. I like the character and all, but like I feel like
Right.
we see her a bit too much at this point.
I know. I just hope we see more of, the newer additions. I'm not sure this is. Oh, that's Ironheart.
Iron,
Ironheart,
yeah.
Bucky, Agatha right here. We have Red Guardian coming out soon. I just hope we see more screen time for the newer people than like right here. That's Simuliu, and I'm not sure this woman is, but
Kate Bishop,
oh, that's Kate Bishop.
I believe
There you
so.
go. That's my point. I hope we see more of these newer characters and less of the original ones from season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And we have Hulk as well too, which also is new, I believe.
Yeah, just like give us more stories with lots of other different characters
We
that
have
we.
White Vision, right?
Yeah, like White Vision, for example. Yeah, that's the episode I would definitely watch
Mm-hmm.
because we only saw him for like a couple of minutes in one division in the season finale, and now just seeing him in animation, who knows what kind of story we'll be giving that they will be showing when it comes to that character.
Right, and what makes it better is that they're actual characters in real life
Yeah,
also voices them, which makes it more special as well. Because some people they hire someone else who has similar to their voice, similar to do it for them. But so far in this trailer, every character is used by their actual live action voice, which
yeah,
to me is very special. All right, I mean, right there you have Wong, you have these. I mean, one thing about this animation is that it's also very different, and I don't know, something about this show, the fact that they're doing stories like this, where it's what if this, what if that, like it's
yeah.
showing you what could have happened in live action that never unfortunately happened. Like yet a story about Ultron becoming Thanos. What if that happened with live action? You had so many crazy things that didn't happen in live action that we've got in cartoon form, but I do admire the cartoon form just as much because these possibilities are freaking cool. They're new
Yeah, they're
and they're
amazing.
special.
Yeah, and I give them props for that because yeah, they are stories that could have happened in the original MCU, but no, these are just actual like multiverse stories about what could have happened to any of these characters in any
Right.
point in time. Like for example, for Captain Carter, yeah, they could have instead of Captain America, it could have been full on Captain Carter that got the super soldier serum and all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of infinite possibilities. My favorite episode throughout the whole entire show, for me personally, has to go for Marvel Zombies. That one
Yes, that's a good
probably is my
point.
favorite one throughout the whole entire show, hands down. Like I just love zombies, and now mixed with Marvel characters, like that was pretty damn cool. I love that. And
And
now they're getting their own show about it, which I'm also very excited about.
exactly, which I was gonna actually bring up. Another thing about What If is that you never know what character or what side or spin-off we can get in the future from Marvel after What If, because like I said, Captain Carter came to live action for Doctor Strange 3. Yeah,
Yeah, I
there
like
was
how that turned out for her.
right. There was zombies being featured in one episode for What If that became now, like you said, its own show or its own movie. I believe it's its own show.
Mhm.
That's rated TV and May even, which is pretty cool. So the fact that What If tells us future actual more content possibilities, it does help Marvel obviously make more money, this and that, but it gives us more things to be entertained by as well.
Yeah.
All right, Gabriel, any last words on this gorgeous preview for What If?
Nope.
Well, for those watching, you can catch episode 1 now streaming Disney Plus, half an hour long. Episode 1 is titled, if I'm not mistaken, What If the Hulk Fought the Mech Avengers? And I unfortunately, thanks to Twitter and TikTok, I did see one small clip, no spoilers, but the ending, it's like a small cliffhanger for some reason, I think. But anyways, yes, What If I'm looking forward to the most because what's special about it is because it's not like Netflix, how they have a whole series flat out right there for you to enjoy. And it's not like Disney Plus, how like certain shows have one episode per week, which does piss me off, but also like entertain me because it gives all of us things to talk about before the next episode. But what if it's special its own category because it's one episode per day. So
Yeah.
you finish one episode, just wait 24 hours, episode two. Wait 24 hours, episode three. It's like that. And this year it's special because the last episode is on the day I go on a crazy cruise for New Year's, which is no other way to end it. That's all I gotta say. No other way to end it. But yeah, that was our special what if preview. That was our that was a special Superman trailer reaction. Again, you guys can feel free to comment below your thoughts on this trailer because this is only a teaser, so you never know what could be different in the actual official one, as far as the color gradient, as far as the camera, like, everything or anything could change regarding this movie between now and July with teasers and posters. So just never know what could happen next time we see another teaser or a
Yeah.
TV spot.
True. True.
Which
Very true.
there was a TV spot last night on SNL. That TV spot, 30 seconds, was 100 times better than that teaser trailer, which to me was hilarious because there were some clips that from that trailer looked off, and there was just like James Gunn said, most of the things you saw in the teaser does appear in the beginning of the film, not even in the end or the middle.
Yeah.
But there were things in the teaser that could be cut out and that could somehow make it better. But it is what it is, and all we can do is complain and enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not complaining. I'm still gonna go watch it because who knows? It may entertain me a lot. And like, hey, if you're gonna be one of those complainers, you're gonna you could keep complaining all you want. You're still gonna go buy
Right,
those, and you're still gonna go watch the film.
right.
I already know you guys by now.
That was our Superman teaser reaction, and my personal Sonic 3 reaction, which did get some heat on Twitter. But again, if you played the games first back in the day, you will freaking adore all three movies, especially the third one with Shadow. This one this should be number one on everyone's list the rest of the year alone because
Oh
because
yeah, no, definitely.
Shadow because one poster of Keanu Reeves with Shadow should be more than enough to market this movie. That's all I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah, definitely. It's Keanu Reeves. It's the Shadow character. Like a lot of people love that character. I already know because I love the
Mm-hmm.
character. Well, I love his story, all kind of stuff. And the way Keanu Reeves brought this character to live in live action is pretty damn amazing. And that third act,
Jumped out of my seat. Jumped
enough
out of my seat.
enough said. Enough said on that. Enough said on that.
Yes. All right. All right. Thank you guys so much for the audience, for those of you who watched, and for those of you who are going to watch later after I upload on YouTube officially. This has been episode 2 of the Film Room, and look for episode 3 to hopefully happen sometime during the week or after my incredible family cruise when I get back. But make sure to follow me on Twitter, Jeremy Kaziva. Follow me on TikTok, Entertain Today, and Instagram, Entertain Today. Gabriel, any plugs you want to mention?
Yeah, make sure to follow me on social media and Instagram as well. I'm doing a lot more of voice acting as well in the process, and I'm talking more about movies and TV shows. And make sure to go subscribe to my YouTube channel as well too.
And make sure to also let the followers know and the fans know what the name is so they know what to look you up as.
Yes, I got it right here. My YouTube channel. Just look up ICU Gabe with I underscore C underscore U and Gabe, and that's about it. And then you'll see me for sure. Same thing for my Instagram and TikTok.
All right, thanks guys for joining, and look forward for episode 2 to happen episode 3 to happen very soon. This has been a great episode, and yeah, thanks for watching. And watch Sonic 3, watch What If episode 1 that came out today, and happy almost New Year, guys.